Good afternoon, Scott Bartlett, T3 Live. Welcome to today's recap. It is 10 to 3. It is not after the close. Make note of that. There is a bit of a storm in the Northeast, and Red Dog's got to get home because traffic's going to be out through the kazoots. So what I wanted to do is do a quick recap just to let you know where things are at and what you could look for into maybe the close or tomorrow. So as of so far today, market's having a down day. The Dow's down like 50, and the Nasdaq's down like 8 or 9, and things feel a bit weird. I feel like I was kind of lulled to not look at the market action because a lot of the stocks that we focused on this morning, had a lot of nice movement. So all of a sudden, it didn't even feel like the market's down, and then you look up, it's down 50 points. So that just shows you could be in the right stocks at the right time and use some tactics. A lot of people, you look on the virtual trade floor. We came in long. We were talking about it would have been nice if we had an up open, but because things were lower, you could actually make more money when these things go from red to green, because typically traders like to add to their positions intraday, so this way you're in control for action areas, and we did see a lot of them today. So let's just get right to the market. So you go to the S&P right here, you will see that here is the most recent change or reversal that engulfed this area, and then we've had a nice trend ever since. So with that being said, here is right of last week when we held a 21-day. This was your jobs report day yesterday, and now a little bit of downside. Still above the 8-day, still above the 21-day. They're bringing the bears all out on CNBC. Let them start growling. Look what they missed this entire year. So if we're down a day, okay, all of a sudden they're right. But anyway, with that being said, let's see what if the 8-day could hold. The 8-day now is somewhere around 1800-ish. So I would say if we hold here, who knows what's going to happen into the close. I think everything is just fine. If we start to close below this, this is going to be the most recent trend that we need to hold in order to keep this last move somewhat intact, especially if you're trading for alpha and you're trading short term. Some things that the bears are pointing to is you look at the Russell, you look at this last trend, so to speak, from here. It already broke below a 2-day low, actually close to the lows of the day. So that's showing you a little bit of trouble, somewhat. But we've had divergences like this before, because now you have a high, a lower high, broke a level near the low, and we haven't really had a break and close below the 21-day in some time. So that could be something to take notice. But then this is the real spot. So with that being said, something to watch. Also, the banks that started off strong. They're, I guess on the lows of the day, they tried to go and then they couldn't, but look where we are. We're still above the 8. We're still above support 1, and here is support 2. So just, sometimes it's just not the place to be. But some of the places to be were spots that we spoke about in the morning call. We went over the social networking area. You look at Facebook, went from negative to positive and gave you a really nice push. Look at this chart. Here is your red dog reversal at 44.04. Nice move, broke this trend line, sideways up, sideways up. That's basically technical analysis 101. And now it's got a new trend that we could follow. You could pretty much draw it like this, and as long as it continues, stay with it. Twitter, unbelievable move. I did not touch this one today. I'm sorry. We talked about it. It just went too fast. If you were able to grab it through this, 50.09, you made some money. Then it stayed above it and gave you another move. This is when I was talking about it last week, or even right around here. So when it happens fast, hopefully at least you didn't fight this, because I think most analysts had a sub 30 price target on it. Anyway, you never know what's going to happen. The prices and the stocks tell you. This morning it was funny. On Twitter I talked about, to come back to me, the race to 50. Okay, who's going to win? So we said Twitter was the hare and Facebook was the tortoise, but both got to 50 in their own way. So whichever way you felt comfortable, you went with it. I went with Facebook. I came in long Facebook, been trading it, and I'm still long Facebook, and it's been acting well. I was also long Apple overnight. That one was a bit trickier. Here it is right there. This was yesterday's bar. I actually never did this and never went below it to give you a red dog reversal. So with that being said, it even with today's tricky action, it held in pretty well. Okay, so we'll see how it closes. Ultimately, this was that last really nice setup that we talked about at 526. And then, just to show you where it's come from very far down. It's been holding this really nice trend. And that was, the China Mobile news, which it sold, but it's still hanging in there pretty well. you know, I'm going to hopefully, if it closes anywhere here or above, I'm probably going to definitely continue, I'll take it long. And I might even add to it if it closes, you know, above this little area. So far, it looks pretty good. And actually, it's moving as we're speaking. So, you know, I guess the next obstacle would be to get above this 570 and then the high there. So we'll see. Baidu was long overnight, sold it a little early. Unbelievable breakout. Yesterday, you had your poking of the head, and then here was your follow-through. Congrats if you're with it. Yahoo also, a lot to like. You know, lots of different setups here along the way. This was your descending channel here after a really nice move from the fall, after a really nice move to start the year. Then you had another move, and then, you know, it doesn't get more technical analysis 101 here with a nice little bull flag continuation. This morning, got to give a little shout out to RD and to Jim. They talked about the news on Sina potentially, with them having their initial public offering. It went, and now look at it, big time day one. That can continue. You know, if you take things overnight and it closes here, this looks pretty good. Yoku, which is I believe the internet of Russia, we started talking about that too. And look at this, getting back to highs here, breaking out. So this too, something to do if you're not looking to just be a bear and have opinions and, you know, be glass half full. But anyway, that looks okay. What else went today? Oh, Google, look at that one. Third day out, here is your breakout. Second day follow through, third day follow through, 1,089 on this breakout. Said there's no reason why I can't get to 1,100. I thought maybe by Christmas. I guess it might happen before Christmas. This gap on earnings, or this earnings day gap, told the entire story here on how this could lead to higher prices. Earnings gaps like these are powerful. Here was another trigger, there was another trigger, and then there you go. You do have a little bit of a day one in Netflix. If you're looking for an entry in Netflix, look at that. It actually just started to poke its head above this range. Maybe that'll lead to a move above the highs here. Amazon also has been kind of weak, starting to poke its head above this little mini range here. It couldn't get through 400 then, but it still looks like it's okay now, so we'll see how it closes. That's your potential day one poking its head out. Tesla was also negative this morning, went from red to green, tried to push through this 144.94 and didn't have enough power, but it still looks fine. If you're long it from the red dog reversal at 136.30 and swinging it, congratulations. If you're long it from this red dog reversal down here, you're really making, you know, a nice move here. Or if you're just day trading it, there are price points to, you know, to get involved. Price point 1 when it cleared this high here and then it tried here. But just remember, if you were playing it for a breakout above this resistance point, you know, only stay with those shares if it closes above it. So if you were in it in the range here, waiting, just go back to what you had in the range. So this way you protect yourself using that tier system. Some other stocks that look sort of good here. Coors poking its head up. In retail, I haven't talked about many names in retail. This one looks pretty good, poking its head out to potentially get this back to highs. You also have a decent looking chart in Under Armour. Under Armour also above the moving averages. Looks green here. On the highs, this too looks pretty good. So these are some names that I haven't really spoken about. I don't own them, but I might take some before I leave here. I'm going to go take a look. Nice little wedge type pennant that it's starting to break above. And that's really it. So, you know, if this is a down day where the Dow's down 50, I'll take it every day because there's still some individual stock tactical setups. There's still cash flow trades if you're looking for them. There's still a lot to do if you're not stubborn and if you open your eyes. So hopefully the community has been helping you because, you know, those in the virtual trading floor are communicating, they're talking, they're coming up with great ideas the same way Mark and the rest of the, you know, content providers are. So the community is growing stronger. If you're watching this on Twitter and you want to see what it's all about, you know, sign up for a free trial. You might as well. You get there for a week, see everyone interacting. Some people come and it might be too much for them to handle, but if you're a professional trader or someone who's just looking for good ideas, that's a place to go with off the charts. So with all that said, if you're in the Northeast, travel safe. Again, this is probably about 3:10, 3:15 now in the afternoon, or maybe a little before it. It's not the close, but as of now, you know, indices are above the 8-day. There's still a little bit of, you know, the Russell and the banks are giving you a little bit of a divergence, but overall, there's a lot of nice, healthy movement in names if that's what you're looking for. Scott Rella, T3 Live, the recap. See you at your morning call. Have a good night.
I'm Mark Sperling, Director of Trading with T3 Trading Group and contributor to T3 Live. Do you trade on your own, but you wish you enjoyed the benefits of a large trading floor? With the T3 Live virtual trading floor, we deliver that experience to you on your computer. On the VTF, you can follow the long and short positions of experienced professional traders like myself, Scott Redler, and others and listen to our live radio stations as we navigate the markets. In addition, you get the added value of a large community of sophisticated and like-minded traders. In my opinion, joining the room will be the best trading decision you will ever make. I would like to invite you to begin your membership with a 7-day free trial. To get started, visit t3live.com and click on the Virtual Trading Floor tab. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the VTF.